and child are kidnapped and the mother is repeatedly raped in front of her 8-year-old daughter and nobody's there to hear the screaming. Has a crime been committed? How's that for an abstract question?
On the ground, spread eagle. Don't let me see you move.
You're arrogant, belligerent, stupid, and crude. If we didn't see a little of ourselves in you, nobody would bother.
Open up!
TL 39, are you clear? TL 39, clear.
No warrant, a 60 Chrysler, Willie Smith, South Normandy. No wants or warrants. 6 Mary.
13C5, Red.
Trolley 35, disregard your call on 105th. Trolley 43, DMV temporarily unavailable. 14-96205, call no one on the suspect. Quarters on 15, continue to stand by. 5 Mary 52, go ahead. 10 Frank 1, okay to the range. 16 XL 53, 16 XL 53, did you receive your call? 10 Frank 2 clear. 13Z5, John Frank William 899. Enter. 685, clear, requesting. Don't repeat. 39, stand by.
Nations? Are you Nations?
I'm Nations.
Ron Hawkins. I'm your new partner.
Hi.
One of the transfers from West Side?
No. I was afraid they saddled you with a rookie.
Didn't I see you at the football game Sunday?
Yeah, I was there. A buddy of mine up in Central told me about him. You play?
When I get the time. Hawkins. You any relation to Connie Hawkins?
Who's she?
Cute. Very cute. Who have you been riding with, Ron?
Ed Kendall.
Well, you're working with a real cop now.
At ease. All right, the evangelist hit again last night. For the benefit of you new guys, he's a rapist who prays for his victims afterwards. We call it the Sadie Thompson complex. Anyway, this one saved the souls of about 24 women so far. Probably twice as many we don't know about.
In a revival meeting, and outdraw Billy Graham.
Anyway, his description and MO were on the board. Sergeant?
We've had another complaint from public relations on attitude. Seems some of you guys have been a little surly lately. Now just say please and sir and man, all right? And then cite the sucker and get the hell out.
You any relation to Coleman Hawkins?
Who's he?
Don't you know anything? He was a famous black musician.
Well, man, you know we're not all related.
Wants and warrants on Charles Union Lincoln 773. Come on, pull over. That's it. Turn your wheel to the right. You wait here until I motion you up. You always wait till I give you a signal.
Okay, 775. There is a traffic warrant. 1362, Roger, William.
Morning. May I see your driver's license, please?
What did I do?
Ran a red light?
No, it was yellow.
May I see your license, please?
Hold it.
775, Roger. 1363.
My license is in there.
All right. Reach for it slow and let me see it. Take it out of that holder, please.
Listen, I just got another ticket last night. You guys trying to make your quota or something?
Would you take it out of that envelope, please?
Look, I'm sorry, but I'm late for a lecture. I guess I should have stopped. I just got another ticket last night.
And you're just going to get another one this morning. Where do you lecture? Sandbow College? My wife goes there. Maybe she's in one of your classes. Barbara Nations?
I'm a teacher. I don't know all my students.
What do you teach?
History. I'm a department head.
Don't you think the school can get along without you if you're a few minutes late?
Look, if you're going to give me a citation, I'd appreciate you doing so I can be on my way.
All right. Just sign this citation. It's not an admission of guilt, just a promise to appear on the date indicated. Got that, Professor?
I'm going to take this to court, you know.
Okay. I'll look forward to seeing you.
What's your name?
right here on my shirt. Nations. Curtis V. Nations, Jr. Badge number 7932. It's on the citation, Professor. The ideas my wife's been coming up with lately, if he'd have been a teacher, I'd have thrown him in the slammer.
1A19, off-tower and freeway on-ramp for Alameda Watch. 1A19, code 2.
Roger that call.
What call?
For 1A19, that's us.
What was it?
Abandoned child on the freeway. Roger it.
1A19, roger.
Hey, little girl! Don't you move! Stay right where you are! What are you doing here? Hey, where are you going? What's the matter with you? Hey, come on back here. Hey! 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 Stop. All right, wait a minute. This the way to your home? Hey, slow down. Get an ambulance.
Right.
Is this your mommy? Who did this?
This is 1A19, requesting an ambulance at the wash below the Alameda off-ramp.
When did it happen? When?
Last night.
Okay. We called for an ambulance, okay? Mommy's gonna be all right. We're gonna take her to the hospital. Doctor's gonna make her well, okay? Who did this? Somebody hurt your mom, right? Shot her with a gun. Okay. Now, what's your name?
Melanie.
Melanie what?
Melanie Peters.
Where do you live, Melanie?
7845 and a half Village Drive.
Is that around here?
In Bakersfield.
So you live in Bakersfield. Did you drive here from Bakersfield? They're going to take your mommy to the hospital, okay? Don't worry, everything's going to be all right.
I'm giving her D5W.
Melanie, in Bakersfield last night, when did you first see the man? Was it at home? Well, please tell me, Melanie. Where was it?
The Bergs.
The Bergs? What's the Bergs, Melanie?
The market we shopped at.
Okay. So you went shopping. Then what happened?
We got in the car, this man got in the car, and we left.
What man? What did he look like, Melanie? Was he young or old?
Old.
Was he short? Was he tall? Melanie, is he as big as me? Was he as big as that attendant over there?
Big as him, only had a mustache.
Uh-huh. Was his hair dark like mine, or was it blonde like yours?
Sort of reddish.
What kind of a car was your mommy driving, Melanie?
We have a female, about 30 years.
Was it a big
Victim
car with
shooting.
doors in the back?
Victim is comatose.
Was it a little
diaphoretic.
car with two doors?
Yeah, shock.
What color was it?
Blood loss.
Blue.
Pressure is 60
Blue.
over 40.
Do you know the license number?
Last 2 minutes.
Our ETA is 9:45.
Were there any dents in it, Melanie?
Rescue 2 clear.
Did it have a fender that was bashed in? What's your mommy's first name, Melanie?
Shirley.
Shirley? Shirley Peters?
Dr. Callahan, call 165 West. Dr. Callahan.
Mommy!
This is the daughter of the red blanket. I want her examined right away.
Yes, in just a moment.
It's all right, Melanie. They're going to take your mommy to the operating room where the doctor's going to make her all well. You can't go in there, Melanie. I'll come stay with you, okay? I'll stay with you. I'll stay with you and you'll see your mommy just as soon as they make her well, okay? Tell the doctor I want smears for semen and handle her clothing as carefully as possible. They're evidence.
We've handled this sort of thing before.
It's all right, Melanie. It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. It's going to be all right. Hi.
Jerry, Bill, Michael, this is my husband, Kurt.
Jerry, Bill. Wayne.
Good to see you.
Working?
We've got a midterm tomorrow.
What subject?
History and philosophy. There's a pizza in the kitchen. I kept it warm.
You'll see, there's going to be about 20 calls.
What'd you do, Debbie?
Spill my milk
On purpose?
3 times.
Sounds like on purpose.
Mommy wouldn't let me watch TV.
Well, you know, she's studying.
Spanky and our gang. I guess my 10 minutes is up.
Okay. Hey, you've been eating pizza, right?
I'm not exactly clear about the concept of ideas versus reality, because what's an idea to one person is reality to someone else.
No, you have to remember that an idea can be like nothing but another idea. That nothing exists except in the mind of the perceiver.
Or in the mind of another powerful being.
In other words, what you're saying is nothing exists except in the mind. I can understand that abstractly, but I can't, conceptualize it.
If a tree falls in the forest and nobody's there, does it make it sound?
Oh, you're not going to bring that one out, are you?
It's what it's all about. Mr. Nations.
Kurt,
you've heard it before. The thing about the tree in the forest. What do you say?
I say it makes a sound.
How do you know?
Because it always makes a sound.
But how do you know?
What I think Jerry's trying to say
Wait a minute. I know what he's trying to say. It makes a sound because it always makes a sound.
But that's just it. Suppose this time it didn't.
You see, what I was trying to explain
Don't.
is...
Well, we can ask questions about the sissy.
How many hours do you spend on that?
We were just discussing an abstract question.
If a mother and child are kidnapped and the mother is repeatedly raped in front of her 8-year-old daughter and nobody's there to hear the screaming, has a crime been committed? How's that for an abstract question?
I don't want to hear.
No, you don't. Listen, I'll see you later. I don't feel like pizza again tonight.
I wasn't in vice. But now I'm...
Vodka? Bourbon for the Vice Squad. As I was saying at that time, no, I think it's just a regular bar. So, I'm standing there. So, what do you do, Marge? It's closed.
I'm a legal
Leaning up
secretary.
against the steel
I
grating.
work up the street,
And,
Eisenbach and Green.
Down about 30, 40 yards.
Work for a lawyer, huh?
This cap.
Lawyers. Man, we put him in, they get him out. Who says crime doesn't pay?
Where these guys would come up to a serviceman and they'd say to him, "We've got this broad back in the apartment. Why don't you come back with us?" And as soon as they'd get the serviceman up on the second floor, they'd stick this gun in his ribs and take his money, right?
You see, the world is
So
made
that was
up
the
of
game,
people
right?
and animals.
So they got nations and me down
And
here.
the only
except
thing
now I'm
separating
burning
civilization,
all pencil mustache.
you and me,
And like I'm on leaves.
from the jungle, is the law.
Shiny black boots.
And the courts and the lawyers, they just feed the animals.
You're drunk.
By a bus
Oh, yeah.
It's called the Silver Stallion. It's downtown. Well, it's a gay bar. Well, I don't know that.
How come I've never seen you here before, Marge?
Very nicely dressed.
I don't know.
Wearing a suit.
Come here often?
Looks like a school teacher.
Often enough.
40 years old. He comes out and stands
Like
right
policemen?
alongside. I mean, right along.
Sure.
And he says,
Cops bar's a nice place for a young lady to meet people.
well,
You know, you pick up a cop, at least he's not going to turn out to be an axe murderer.
there's something he wants to give me, right?
Maybe.
He wants to give me something. So, I says, yeah, it really
You're not married, are you, Marge?
Oh, no.
He says,
Not me.
could you
I
go
am.
around the corner for a second?
And that little girl 8.
I said, do you mind if I
Man,
just
she is the sweetest thing.
Then he puts his
And your wife doesn't understand you.
and he says, I like your
Nobody
bar.
understands a policeman, Marge.
Keitlinger?
Just a minute. Well, all right, I'll check the file. Right.
How's Mrs. Peters? She going to make it?
Well, she lost a lot of blood, but she's going to be okay. The bullets didn't hit any vital areas.
So it's kidnapping, rape, and attempted murder.
Yeah, that's right.
Anything on the guy?
Male Patty, 28 to 30, 5'10", 170. Brown and brown Zapata mustache, denim jacket with silver studs, Okie accent. The Peters car is a 66 Mustang, light blue. License number, David Adam 889.
How'd you get all that?
Well, Nations, it's very simple. We questioned Mrs. Peters after surgery. We got a 211 from Fresno yesterday. Close description, could be the same dude.
Can I see the report?
What's the matter? Don't you trust us? Honey, let me see that report, the 211.
That's a lousy description.
You know, Nations, you ought to take a vacation. Why don't you take a week off and go up to Fresno and show the cops up there how to run their department?
Too busy showing you how to run ours. You want to stop by Vinnie's later for a drink?
Vinnie's?
Don't you know Vinnie's? Home away from home? Premier Cops Bar. Cheap booze, no civilians, always a chick or two.
I never been there.
Who you been riding with? The Pope? Wow, look at that. Excuse me, miss. We had a report of a person accosting young ladies and using obscene language.
Really?
Well, yeah. Sort of short, fat, green sweater. Have you been accosted by such a person?
No.
Must be a mistake then, because a beautiful young girl like yourself would surely be accosted. You live around here?
Yes, on Vineland.
Married?
Yes.
Happily?
Well...
Do you, like policemen?
Well, I've nothing against them.
Do you know the Quilted Horse has the best blues singer in town? Yeah. I was wondering if maybe, you...
9W6, abandoned vehicle, license number David
Sorry,
Adam.
that calls for me.
889, southwest corner.
Where do you live on Vineland?
4262, apartment B. After 3:30?
Dr. Ward, 561 West, please.
Hi.
Hi.
Looks like my partner, doesn't he?
I am Melanie's father.
Hi, I'm Kurt Nations. I was the first officer on the senior.
Yeah.
How is Mrs. Peters?
Oh, she's gonna be all right. They moved her out of intensive care this morning.
Well, I don't want to break up your visit, so I'll just...
Please, I'd like to talk to you for a minute. Outside?
Sure. Listen, Melanie. Remember I told you we go camping pretty often? You know, my little girl and me? We go to Kern Lake sometimes, and maybe we could swing by Bakersfield and take you with us next time we go. We have a trail bike and a speedboat. Would you like that? Well, if it's okay with your daddy.
Sure.
Okay. Now, you take care of my friend, all right? I'll see you later. Any of those nurses give you trouble, you just tell them your boyfriend's a policeman, okay?
Charge on 59 West. Call 133 West.
Listen, I'd like to thank you
Hey,
for...
that's my job. I'm just happy your wife's gonna be okay.
Listen, would you like a cup of coffee?
No, thanks.
Huh? Is there anything on the guy?
Well, we're working on it.
I asked the detectives who were up here, but they don't seem to want to tell me anything.
Detectives are like that. Look, I'm gonna let you get back to Melanie.
When you find the guy, I'd like to be alone with him. 5 minutes.
Look, if it was up to me, I'd loan you my gun.
Hi, Daddy.
Hey, baby. Give me a kiss.
Did you stop off at Vinnie's to unwind?
No. We busted up a fight between a prostitute and her pimp. We beat her up pretty good and she took a kitchen knife to him.
Debbie doesn't have to hear this.
It's the world. It's what it's really like.
Debbie, are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay, sweetheart. Your father and I have to talk about some things.
Okay.
Now, what is it?
After you left this morning, I sat for half an hour staring at my suitcases, trying to decide whether to pack them or not.
What did you decide?
That I don't want to. That I'm afraid to. It's not that easy. There are serious problems between us.
They'll work themselves out. I love you and you love me. They'll work themselves out.
Not by themselves. We need help. Someone else.
We don't need anybody.
We don't touch. Even in sex, we don't touch.
And who's to blame for that? I need a real woman, not a part-time college girl.
What about the others? The station chasers. Are they real women? Or is it a hobby to them like ceramics?
You want Debbie to hear?
Don't you think she knows?
No, I don't think she knows.
Well, I guess she will when we split.
We're not going to split. Okay? All right, what do you want me to do?
In your police magazine, they said that the police psychologist could help with marital problems.
What do you want me to do? Waltz into Central and sign in with the company shrink?
Do you want us to stay together?
You really mean it, don't you? Okay, well, fine, okay. You make the appointment. Anybody home? Looking for a man about 5'10", 160, 25 to 30, reddish-brown hair, mustache, possibly wearing a denim jacket. Would have checked in after 9 a.m. yesterday.
Nobody here like that.
You want us to take a look?
Got a guy with a mustache in 13, but he came in day before yesterday.
Any singles? Any at all?
Couple of nooners. One was a regular, other guy about 50. Both of them out by 3.
Anyone comes in answers that description, you give me a call, okay?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Nations. Now, what's the matter? Don't you think that detectives are capable of handling this?
Just trying to help.
Now, we've been to 3 motels on this strip already, following you. Now, that's double time, double work. Now, there's enough crime to go around for all of us.
What's the matter? You worried about competition?
Nations, I appreciate your dedication and involvement. But while you're busy doing my job, you're not answering your calls, and when you don't answer your calls, somebody else has to. Now, I imagine your fellow officers are getting a little ticked off about your dedication and involvement. So why don't you clock out, come back when you're off duty if you want to catch the bad guys, and play detective on your time, not the company's time. Now, incidentally, here's a police sketch. This is Peterson's description. Anything here?
No, nothing.
Well, we checked the bus drivers and the taxis. We still think he's in the area, so just keep your eyes open. Come on, let's go.
Where's Officer Nations?
Well, he isn't here. He was supposed to meet me here. He hasn't shown up.
I have another appointment in an hour. Do you want to postpone?
Could I talk to you alone?
Of course. Come in. Sit down. Well, what seems to be the trouble?
It's not easy talking to a stranger. I thought it would be, but it isn't. Our marriage isn't working anymore.
In what way?
Well, he's distant. He's cold. He's angry. He's always angry. He seems to resent me or being married to me.
He'd rather be with his police buddies than with you.
Guess you've heard all of this before.
How long has Kurt been on the force?
3 years. Almost 3 years.
Let me tell you about a certain developmental sequence that happens to some of our men. It's called the Wyatt Earp syndrome. It's easy to spot. Swagger, tough talk, badge heavy, tendency to be rigid, intractable in his sense of duty, a tendency to play cop 24 hours a day. It happens to some. Not all. Not a majority. but some.
He wasn't like that before. I mean, he was kind and gentle in his own way. What changes a man like that?
Kurt came to the academy motivated to public service. He wanted to help people, to do good. Then he hits the streets. Junkies, drunks, prostitutes, pimps, murderers. A policeman has to see people at their worst, and the worst of people, day in, day out. He has to harden himself out of survival, to develop defenses against his own sensitivity. And sometimes these defenses, regrettably, get out of hand. They become walls that can't be penetrated, not even by those he loves.
But, I don't know if I can live with a man like that any longer.
What he's going through, this syndrome, generally passes. It happens to men in their second or third year. It's a temporary phenomenon, and it passes in most cases.
Suppose it doesn't.
Then he's probably on his way to serious trouble.
I mean, Kurt's 30 years old, and he's still playing cops and robbers. How long do I have to wait?
Hey, man. You remember when you first went off with a football team in school?
We had blue jerseys with gold lettering and gold helmets with a blue stripe down the middle.
Yeah, it was beautiful, right?
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I loved it, man.
They had to make me a special uniform because I was so little. Even now, I have my wife take in my shirts because I like them tight.
Yeah, I can dig it.
Listen, if you're not going to use that sauce, I'll take it.
Sure, man.
Come on.
What is it?
Baker Adam King 333.
1A19 requesting wants and warrants on Baker Adam King 333.
1A19, code 6 at Irvine and Coldwater, possible 217. Get out of your vehicle with your hands on top of your head. On the ground, spread eagle, and don't let me see you move. I'll cover you. Put your hands in the back of your head.
What's this all about?
All right, get up. Put your hands on the roof. Do it.
Hey, I don't know what this is all about, officer.
Let me see your license. Hands back on the roof. Why were you driving so slow?
What, is it a crime to drive slow?
How come your car's so dirty?
I've been out of town for a couple of weeks. It's been sitting at the lot at the airport.
Out of town where? Bakersfield?
Oh, Oklahoma. I just got in this morning.
Keep your hands on the roof. What's this?
I don't know. It's not mine. I don't know how it got there.
His story checks. He was in Oklahoma yesterday. Look, you know he's not your 217. Do you really want me to book him for this?
If you don't book him, I'll find another dick who will.
Why?
Because I'm a hot dog, okay?
So we go to court, saying you stopped him for a traffic violation. And he had this bag laying on top of the dashboard in plain sight?
No. We say when I told him to get out of his vehicle, I noticed it protruding from under his seat.
You better come up with something better than that, Nations.
How about when I approached his vehicle, he reached under the seat and I suspected he had a weapon?
Is that what happened?
Sure. He fit the description of a wanted kidnapper. I had reason to suspect he had a weapon under his seat. Okay?
Okay. We'll see if the DA will file. But I don't think we have a case. What did you stop him for, anyway? You conducting a personal manhunt?
I brought you these. In case they hold you overnight, you can get a friend to move it.
Thanks a lot.
Hey, I did you a favor. I could have had your car impounded. It cost you $20 to get it out. Kid, you dumb enough to drive around with that stuff? You gotta take what you get.
Hey, man, you ever smoked any grass?
Sure. Well, now everyone did.
What, do you think it was harmful?
Man, pot's illegal. They make it legal, I'll light up with you, that kid, and anyone else after work. But until they do, it's a violation.
I see. With you, everything's just a matter of black and white, huh?
That's right. The world is black and white, the car is black and white, and you and me are black and white. Now, someone decided that. It's up to us to enforce it, not hold a seminar on it. Another thing, when you qualify, you know why they give you reloaded ammo?
No, why?
Because it's cheap, see? And the company wants to save the taxpayers money, which is fine, I suppose. But when my life depends on it, I like to be accurate. So when I qualify, I use real ammo.
Hey, Nations, you ever fire at anybody?
Nope.
You know, about 85% of all the patrolmen go 20 years without firing their gun, except on a practice range, right, Vinnie?
That's right.
But you're gonna be one of the 15, aren't you?
Why don't you get off my back, Keitlinger?
Oh, Vinnie. Officer Nations here. He's a real cowboy.
You kidding? When I was his age, I was the biggest hot dog in town. So were you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Where did it get me? You know why I'm always drinking milk, Nations?
Because Pat Boone tells you to.
No. I got an ulcer about 5 years ago. Had to quit smoking, drinking. No more coffee, no tea, no fried foods. It was terrible, terrible. You want an ulcer, Nations?
You don't smoke and you don't drink, but you give advice, don't you? The Ann Landers of Central Division.
You know how I got the ulcer? I took it home with me. I couldn't leave it in the locker. You know what an ulcer is? It's your body eating itself up.
Your sad song touches my heart.
Hey, listen. Hot dog. If Bill here didn't like you, he wouldn't even be talking to you, so why don't you pay attention?
Buy you another milk, Chief?
God, you talk to him.
Let me tell you something. You know the guys that come in here every night, spend all their time here talking to other cops, always talking shop? They're addicted to their jobs. They got no life, really, except as policemen. I feel sorry for them. I try to make a kind of a home here for them, but I really feel sorry for them. You know what, Nations? You're getting just like them.
Say, you fellas aren't in love with me or anything, are you? You know it's not nice to fool Mother Nature.
You know, Nations, you're arrogant, belligerent, stupid, and crude. And those are your good points. If we didn't see a little of ourselves in you, nobody would bother.
No school books?
Not tonight.
Sorry I'm late. I got tied up at Central.
You don't have to make excuses anymore.
Just didn't want you to misunderstand.
I understand.
I think after a tale like
You
that.
said you'd be late.
Good heavens, Bob, things
You're
like
late.
Well, I don't have to explain.
It's all nonsense.
Right.
You've been hypnotized by a lot of loose-faced fanatics. Why wouldn't believe it if I heard it in an English monastery? Why should
Who
I
was
swallow
here?
it in Tibet?
Nobody.
How do you know the things they told you are true?
No philosophy majors?
Not tonight.
I knew there was reason why I hated this place.
I'd like to ask you something.
What is it?
Why didn't you meet me at Dr. Ross's today?
I couldn't get off.
Did you try?
Sure, I tried.
doesn't matter.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means I'm leaving you. For good. For real.
It's horrible.
Is that all my story meant to you?
Look, we may be having some problems right now, okay? But it'll work out.
Problems.
I couldn't get off to see the doctor, but we'll make another appointment, okay?
It doesn't matter.
You're not leaving.
You want to know what he said?
Who?
The doctor.
You went to see him? Alone?
Yes.
What did he say?
He knew all about us. I mean, not specifically you and me, but us generally.
What did he say?
He said that whatever you're going through now is some sort of stage of development. To try to understand, to be patient, to wait.
And so?
And so he said people change. They don't stay 17 the rest of their lives. And we've changed. Gone in different directions.
And so?
And I think it's too late to turn back.
It'll be different, I promise.
Look, you're gonna be okay. Get a pad with all your bachelor buddies. Drink a lot. Get it on with all the ladies. Do just what you exactly do now. Except you won't have me to use anymore.
Please don't leave. Listen, I'll go to the psychologist. I'll change. We'll see more of each other. Please don't leave. What have I got besides you and Debbie?
Your badge.
I got your message.
I called like you said. He came in last night.
He's registered here?
No, he came looking for
sure
a guy.
It's the same guy?
Well, sounded like that.
Is this him?
That's him, all right.
Who was he looking for?
Doyle, Edward Doyle. He moved about a month ago.
Where can I find him?
He works at the gas station right down the block.
Thanks.
At least he did last month.
Heard somebody's been looking for you, Eddie.
Oh, yeah? Who?
Don't be cute.
No, who on it?
5'10", blue eyes, 160, denim jacket, from Bakersfield, maybe?
Don't sound familiar.
Supposed we'd come by a few times a day and question you in front of the customers. How's that gonna look?
Look, man, I don't know him.
This sucker's going down for attempted murder. You're an accessory. That's a lot of time.
Okay. Mason Wright, he's my cousin.
Where is he?
I don't know. Some motel on Ventura Boulevard. Hit me for bread. I didn't have much. It's my cousin. We've never been very close.
Which motel?
Don't know,
Has he got
man.
wheels?
Yeah. Blue Mustang, 70, 71.
There it is. Call in code 6.
1A19, code 6 at Vineland and Ventura.
Good morning, officers. What can I do for you?
That Mustang in the lot. Is this the owner?
Mustang, yes. Yeah, he registered yesterday afternoon. I think his name is Mason. Yeah, William Mason, home address Modesto.
Is he in his room?
Yes, it's number 18, up the stairs, around the corner to the end.
How many exits?
One. There's just the one door.
Who's in the adjoining room?
No one. It's empty right now.
Who else is in the building?
As far as I know, just the man in number 3.
All right. You go to number 3, tell the occupant to stay in his room. You stay with him and don't come out until I say.
Yes, officer.
One A19. We have a 217 suspect in room 18 of the Eldorado Motel, 2nd and Ventura. Suspect may be armed and dangerous. Request additional units. Cover me from here.
Shouldn't I go up with you?
Like a dream. I could see every detail. The room, the clothes he wore. I could see the tooling on his belt, pattern on his shirt. I could think clearly. He has time for one shot. And even if he hits me, the reflex will pull the trigger on the shotgun. So I looked at him and I said, "You're dead."
And Officer Hawkins was behind you.
He's a rookie. I didn't want him to get hurt, so I told him to wait. He must have come up when he heard the shot. Nice guy.
You called for assistance before you secured the exit to the room.
I followed procedure. I wanted to make sure I followed procedure. There wasn't anything I did that wasn't procedure. Was there?
No, but you're lucky you got the right guy. Why didn't you wait until the suspect could be called out with a bullhorn? Why'd you wait for gas?
I'm sorry, what?
What made you decide to go in by yourself?
Why?
Yeah, why?
I don't know. Barbara? Barbara? Please don't leave. Please.
Barbara, please, I need you. Please. Please tell me I'm sorry. It'll be different, I promise. I promise.
Unit 2, Newton, stand by. 1311, go ahead.